Now, as an audio reviewer, I see headphones and earbuds getting announced left and right throughout the year, but I gotta say, Beyerdynamic's new products truly do stand out from the crowd. The AVENTHO 300 is Beyerdynamic's new flagship active noise-canceling headphones, and I gotta say, holding these in my hand for the first time, I was really impressed. Beyerdynamic is typically known for having great build quality, and you can see that with all their studio headphones, and that also translates into their new consumer noise-canceling headphones. The yoke is made out of metal, and it feels really solid. The memory foam that's in the headband cushion and the ear pads feel really soft, and they feel a lot like the ones you find on the Sony XM5 headphones. Unfortunately, unlike the studio headphones, you're not going to be able to replace every single part in the AVENTHO 300. However, you will, of course, be able to replace the ear cushions when they wear out. But again, because these headphones are so well built, I wouldn't really worry about not being able to replace things like the driver yourself. These feel like they are built to last. Also, what I really like about the AVENTHO 300's design is its control scheme. Now, it adopts a very similar control scheme to the XM5 headphones from Sony. So on the right ear cup, it's a capacitive touch sensor. You can swipe up and down to control volume, forward, backwards to skip track or go back to the previous track, and then tap to play pause. And then also, you can cup the right ear cup and trigger transparency mode, again, similar to the Sony XM5 headphones. Now, under the hood, you've got Bluetooth 5.4, so it's the latest and greatest. It's going to support LE audio, but on top of that, these headphones also support Snapdragon sound, which means you'll have access to aptX lossless. It also supports AAC for the iPhone users out there. But then you also get USB-C audio and charging and wired listening via 3.5mm. So you really get all the connection options you'd want from a pair of premium headphones with the AVENTHO 300. Also, as I've mentioned previously, these headphones do feature active noise cancellation, and in these headphones, it's actually powered by Sony's noise cancelling chips. Now, I did ask if it was the same chips that power the noise cancelling on the Sony XM4 and XM5, but they have not confirmed or denied that yet, so we'll see. Maybe I'll post an update in the comments if they get back to me. Now, I did try the headphones on with noise cancelling enabled, but I was already in a relatively quiet room, so I can't really attest as to the effectiveness of the ANC right now, but Beyerdynamic claims that you should be able to get about 27 to 30 decibels of attenuation, but again, we'll just have to get these headphones into our lab to see just how these measure up and see how well these headphones cancel out noise. So stay tuned for that. Now, beyond using Sony's chips for the ANC, what's really exciting under the hood with the AVENTHO 300 is the fact that Beyerdynamic is bringing their Stellar.45 drivers to a consumer product. Now, for those who are unfamiliar, the Stellar.45 drivers are the drivers that are currently being used on Beyerdynamic's newest studio headphones, including the DT700 Pro X and the DT900 Pro X. Now, we reviewed both of those headphones on SoundGuys before, and those sound really good, and there's a reason why people are buying them for studio applications. Now, with the fact that they're bringing their studio drivers into consumer headphones, I did ask Beyerdynamic how they were going to approach the sound of the AVENTHO 300. Are they going to go for a flatter response, kind of similar to a pair of studio headphones, or are they going to go for a more consumer-friendly sound signature? Now, they told me that with these headphones, it is definitely leaning towards a more consumer sound signature, so actually putting on the headphones, I did listen to a couple of tracks, and I was really impressed. There was a bass emphasis on these headphones compared to their studio headphones, but it was just enough bass that I could kind of groove to my tracks, but the bass wasn't so loud that it was masking instruments like guitars, vocals, or piano. It was honestly the perfect amount of bass for my ears, just to my preferences, so I think a lot of people are going to enjoy how these sound. The treble response was also really pleasant to listen to. I didn't feel like cymbals or hi-hats sounded too shrill on these headphones, and I was listening to a lot of drum-heavy tracks during my tests, so I think, again, people are going to really enjoy the sound. However, I did notice, at least to my ears, that there might be a dip in the mids, which did reduce the clarity of some instruments like pianos and guitars. Honestly, this dip in the mids kind of resembled the frequency response of the DT700 Pro X, which is their closed-back studio headphones. So I'm really interested to see how these headphones will test in MDAX and in our lab. So again, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. But overall, I thought that these headphones did sound really good. And if you do want to end up just adjusting the sound for yourself, you will be able to, because these headphones will be supported by the Beyerdynamic app, which will feature a 5-band equalizer. In line with other premium headphones, the AVENTHO 300 300 are also going to feature Dolby Atmos with head tracking support, and that's really awesome because spatial audio is really becoming all the rage nowadays. You're seeing it on a lot of premium headphones and even earbuds, so I'm excited to see Beyerdynamic's implementation of Dolby Atmos and to see how it sounds on their cans. Now, what's also really impressive, at least on paper, is the battery life. They're claiming 50 hours on a single charge with ANC on and of continuous playback, and you're probably not going to really have to charge the headphones that often. Now, if the AVENTHO 300 are catching your eye and you're interested in buying, well, these will be available kind of the start of Q4, I believe October is where they're aiming to launch the headphones, and it will be available for $399. Now, yes, that price puts these headphones very much in the higher end of the headphone market. It's definitely aimed for people who want a premium flagship pair, but I'd say with all the features that are packed in, it's definitely worth considering, especially since at $399, the AVENTHO 300 is cheaper than the retail price of the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones and even the Sonos Ace, and much less expensive than the AirPods Max. Now, besides the headphones, they of course announced the AMIRON 300 True Wireless Earbuds. Now, these were actually really impressive. Kind of just putting them in my hand, I was really surprised with how small these earbuds were, and even just taking one earbud, they just felt really compact and lightweight. And when I put them in my ear, I was surprised with just how unobtrusive they felt in my ear. There's nothing dangling out. The form factor is very compact, and it honestly felt even more comfortable than something like the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. The ear tips that come pre-installed fit my ears perfectly. However, if it doesn't work for you, then you'll be happy to know that the AMIRON 300 will come with several ear tip options to choose from. These earbuds also feature active noise cancellation, and now again, I wasn't really able to gauge the effectiveness of the ANC because I was trying these out in a rather quiet room, but I gotta say that even with ANC on, I didn't feel a lot of pressure in my ears compared to something like the Sony XM5 earbuds, where if you have ANC on, you'll feel a little bit of in-ear pressure that can be uncomfortable over a long period of time. With the AMIRON 300, they just sat in my ears, they didn't feel like they were gonna slip out, but it was still canceling noise without that uncomfortable added ear pressure. It was really impressive. Now, under the hood, these earbuds do feature Bluetooth 5.3 with multi-point, and they will support LDAC. Unfortunately, there is no Snapdragon sound, so no aptX lossless, but at least most Android phones especially support LDAC anyway. So you at least have one higher quality codec option that's supported by many devices, but not iPhones, unfortunately. In terms of sound, these earbuds feature 10mm drivers, one on each side, and I really enjoyed the sound quality during my limited time with the earbuds. They sounded very similar to the headphones, where there was a bass emphasis, but it wasn't uncomfortably loud. Bass drums and kick drums and bass lines were not masking other instruments like pianos, guitars, or synths. They sounded really clear. The treble response is also really good, but not too shrill, and I could comfortably listen to cymbals and hi-hats or higher pitched vocals without any fatigue. However, I actually did enjoy the sound quality of the AMIRON 300 earbuds more than the AVENTHO, because I didn't feel like there was a dip in the mids, so pianos and guitars just sounded a bit more clear to my ears. Other features worth noting with the AMIRON 300 is the fact that it will have software support via the Beyerdynamic app, giving you access to things like over-the-air updates and the 5-band equalizer. Beyerdynamic also claims 10 hours of battery life on a single charge, and that's with ANC on and with continuous playback. That means these earbuds will last you from a flight from like Vancouver to Paris, and you won't really have to worry about running out of battery. That's really impressive. Now, if you're interested in the AMIRON 300 and you want to buy them, I'd say wait for our review so that we can give you the lowdown on everything you need to know about the earbuds. But again, if you really are interested, these earbuds will be available at the start of Q4, kind of October as well, same as the headphones, and they will be available for $279.99. Now again, that's not by any means cheap, but it does make these kind of in the same bracket as other premium earbuds like the Sony XM5 earbuds and the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds. Now, if you want to learn more about Beyerdynamic, what makes their products so good, I highly recommend checking out our reviews of their studio headphones on SoundGuys.com, or you can check out this video of the DT990 Pro, which is one of their most popular open back headphones.